What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. So we have a lot of news coming out of Aptera from Wednesday to Saturday, and it's huge, it's amazing, some good progress. First things first, let's talk about what happened on Saturday. Right, so first things first, they had some awesome news from this weekend. They announced that they have had already $100 million in orders, and obviously a viral video I'm not too concerned about. I want to focus on the orders itself. So 100 million in orders equated to 3,000 vehicles reserved by future Aptera owners. That is huge. They announced that basically now 2021 models are locked up and you're almost looking at 2022 at this point. They're still encouraging you to, pre-order if needed. They're telling you even if you are international, please pre-order so they can gauge interest still. This is phenomenal news and is so amazing from the company from their prior struggles. I am so thrilled to see this. Alright, jumping into our second bit of information, we're going to go back to Wednesday now. They had a huge Q&A that they unveiled a lot more interesting tidbits about their process. First things first is the manufacturing. And as you can see here, what they're going to be doing is to have some sub-assembly lines ready to install from suppliers and do the majority assembly at its first plant in Southern California. What they're going to do actually is they're going to have tools and components that are all liftable by 2 people. And it plans to use a smart mix of automation and actual human labor to get things right. A lot of the pieces are supposed to self-align like they were saying. And basically there's going to be 4 large pieces of the body: the pan, the roof, and the 2 side panels. They're all supposedly easily bonded together. How that's going to be done, it probably will be a glue process, but we'll learn along the lines of that as well in the near future. They are going to have international orders available today as well. For a lot of you that were wondering about this, yes, you can order now, but it will deliver at a little later period of time. Next up is going to be grid charging. We finally learned a little bit more about how it's going to be charged, and it seems like nothing is set in stone yet. Aptera is still selecting components and vendors for the onboard charging. A lot came to be about what was shown in that press release image with the Tesla charger. It definitely was not a J1772 charger, but it seems like nothing is out of the question just yet. It looks like nothing's been finalized in that regard. Moving so beyond that, these charging packs are supposed to take a lot less time to actually reach a full charge since they are so much smaller than your traditional chargers. A 50 kilowatt station, which is the minimum the company seems to be wanting, but it'll have faster onboard chargers, would add 500 miles an hour. Thus, as you can tell, you'll get way more range in a 20 to 30 minute session than you would from other vehicles in regards to this. Next up is actually the cooling system. So what they're going to do here is pretty unique actually, and I'm pretty excited about it. This one does not have a radiator. They originally wanted to use something to mimic an aircraft radiator system, but it wasn't good enough for them, so they found a way to eliminate radiators completely, which sounds pretty crazy considering these are liquid-cooled battery packs. They do have a plan to dissipate heat though, and they told us that the plan is to have small, biologically inspired channels throughout the car's skin that a coolant gets pumped through. Sounds pretty neat about it. Additionally, what could be cool is when the car's exterior frosts, we're likely to see cool fractional patterns on the car's exterior when the heat melts from the frost. Could be a neat little aspect just to kind of see what kind of pattern comes about. How this will really work in hot places is probably an open question, but a lot of time will surface in that area and we'll hear more details shortly. Next up is the infotainment system. So I was really curious about this because, as we know, you can see it has a similar display to what Tesla's Model 3 has. The infotainment system is going to be powered by Crank Software, which is actually a Canada-based company, and the biggest goal they want is for the infotainment system to show vehicle efficiency and drive that. But it doesn't mean that the company wants an unprofessional or a cluttered or unfriendly user interface. They want to make it where information is easily accessible and easily gathered. And hopefully, one thing not brought up was if it'll have a navigation system built in. I would assume it would, however, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay might not be off of the table to be implemented in this regard. Let's go ahead and jump right into it and take a look at Crank's software right from their website. So what you're going to notice first thing when you go to their website is right on the home page. Actually, they partnered with Bentley and a ton of other leading brands. And if you scroll down just a little ways, you can see Aptera right up front. And you can see it that they talked about the co-founders and have a whole case study right here about their car. You can see that they're talking about the vehicle features and what challenges that they were presented with. As you can see here, the Gallagher and his team was faced with mainly 3 huge challenges. Developing an embedded touchscreen with a user interface that would highlight Aptera's innovative features, thrill users and wow investors, keep within a tight budget, and produce a working prototype in extremely short time to help attract that investment that they needed so desperately. There's a lot here. They're specifically talking about the HMI, the human machine interface. The development was very challenging. It's something totally new that OEMs are not very familiar with yet. Quite a bit going on here, but it's neat to see that they're featured right on the front page of Crank's own website. Now, that's just some of the bits and pieces that came along with this whole extensive interview that they did on Zoom. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you still excited about this vehicle? I can't wait. It looks like they're finalizing production for 2021 still, and then some of these massive amounts of pre-orders that have been in existence now might actually roll into 2022. But again, remember, throw in that $70 pre-order, get yourself a place in line. It's fully refundable. That link is in the description. Check it out. It supports all of us. Thank you guys for helping, and let me know what you think. You interested? Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.